welcome to episode 102 of the TV Knitting Podcast. My name is Sharon, and I'm also known as Stitch Mistress pretty much everywhere on the internet. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my username there is TV Knitting Stitch Mistress. So, hey, I hope you guys all had a great week. I had an awesome week. I was off from work. We had February break, which I completely love because, I can spend a lot of time crafting. So, it's been a great week. So, that means I have been fairly productive with crafting. So, let me start by showing you what I am wearing. This is a finished object. This is the Wildemere shawl by Wool and Vine Yarns, Kristen, and she has the wonderful Yarngasm podcast. And this is in her yarn. It is the narwhal base. And I probably used about 400 yards to make this shawl. I didn't use the whole skein. I think the whole skein's about 430 some odd yards. This base is the BFL cashmere and silk base, which I love because it's very unusual. I used black and silver beads with a core of black and silver, and I alternated the beads, and because I couldn't decide which ones I wanted to use, but that's fine. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's the perfect size for me. I'm not really into huge shawls so much because they overwhelm me because I'm not really a very big person. So this is a perfect size, about 400 yards of a fingering is a great size for me. And it's fantastic. This was a test knit, and let me just stand up so you can see. There's the shawl on me. This was a test knit, like I said, and the pattern should be released sometime in March because I believe Kristen wanted the test knitters to finish the knitting by March 1st, and I did that with 10 days to spare. So I am very, very happy with this project. Finish object number 1. Finish object number 2 is another project that I'm really, really happy about. This is hand spun, and I'll pop some pictures in the show to show you where this thing started. This was a bat from Good Karma Farms, and I had purchased this at Rhinebeck, I want to say Rhinebeck 2013. Spun it in 2015 during this month, during February, during Suburban Stitcher's Rainbow Along. So I got a little over 500 yards of a worsted weight, 3-ply. And what I did was I 3-plied this yarn because this was bright. If you see the picture of the bat, it was like rainbow overload. So I didn't want to wear anything that looked like, my apologies to clowns, clown barf around my neck. So I 3-plied it to tone down the colors, and I really feel like this was a success. Sometimes when you 3-ply fiber that has multiple colors, it doesn't come out that great, but this came out fabulous. So here it is, and I'll start from this end and I'll show you. I started the knitting here on this end, and then it's long. Oh, by the way, the pattern is Yowza Way Shawl 4 by Susan B. Anderson. And you can see how the colors are really nice and muted with the 3-ply. And they striped up kind of like with this color block. See, now here, this is yellow, pink, and green together, and there's some shots of the turquoise. So that really got muted out nicely. And then the purple and pink, some green, turquoise, and yellow. Another band of kind of like mixed colors. The yellow and the pink, which the pink was my least favorite color. So it looks pretty cool with the yellow. I actually have a sweater that matches this nicely. It came out almost that greeny, kind of poisony yellow that I like from a distance. And then this stripe of pink, dominantly pink and yellow, then this really cool purple stripe, and then finishing off the border, which is in another applied border with turquoise and green, more turquoise, darker turquoise, and purple. So, love it. Came out awesome. I'm trying to figure out how to wear it. I think it's best worn kind of, you know, over the shoulder, wrapped like, well, I'll wear it next week and I'll show you, but like kind of like with this point over the shoulder, like that. And I think it looks great. Thrilled with it. Okay. That's that. All right, finished object number 3 is this running hat that I had started. Oh, I don't know. I started this maybe 3 weeks ago. No, yeah, maybe 3 weeks ago. And it's yarn that was gifted to me by members of my knitting group. It's a little damp, but I'm going to try it on anyway. And okay, so I'm not thrilled with this, but maybe once I start wearing it, I'll like it better. I only had 90 yards, so I had to start decreasing more, like every round toward the end, so I'd have enough yarn. And so yeah, I'm not really wild about how that came out at the top, but it's fine. And it's still a little bit short. Well, I don't know. I blocked it last night, so it stretched out quite a bit. So here it is, kind of. It's okay. It's actually nice now that it's dried out. And I can also kind of just turn it up just a little around the ears. Because it's the ears, my ears are what really get cold. So, yeah, it's not too bad. Not my favorite knit, but it'll be fine for running. And I think it'll be really warm because it's a pretty heavy wool. So, super cute. I have magic hair. Somebody commented once that I could take a hat off and my hair looks the same. I'm pretty lucky. I mean, not always, like if I sweat in it, it's not, but I don't get hat head too often. I have that real fine hair that it's a pain to make it look like I have a lot of hair, but it does what I want. So that's always a good thing. All right, so that's finished object number 3. Finished object number 4 is my core spun. And it may be difficult for you to see this because it is inky black. It is a bat that I had bought probably 3 or 4 years ago from Australia. And I am happy with how this came out. Even though it's got its lumps and bumps. It's okay. It's art yarn. And so what I did was I took a core cotton weaving yarn and I held the black merino bat perpendicular to the core and spun it on so it spiraled around the core. And it took me some tries to get this where I was happy with it, but I finally got it. Thanks to Laura Linneman gave me some tips on Instagram. And I can still see some of the core in this, but not too bad. Now, you can see it's very curly, like on this spot. It's kind of curly. And that's because it's definitely, I overspun the core as I was going along. But I think what I'll do before I knit this is run it back through my wheel in the opposite direction just to take out some of that twist, and it'll be fine. I think it'll knit up fine without too much biasing, I hope. Because if you see, if when I hold it up, well, it's not really twisting, but this has been washed. Okay, now it's going to make a liar out of me. Oh no, it does twist. It's got like a half a twist. It's not too bad. But I think if I run it through my wheel again, it will take out some of that excess energy and it'll be perfect to knit with. And it's super soft, you guys. It is nice. It's just because it's really just the merino kind of hanging out around that core. And that's not really twisted, the merino. The core is what's twisted. And oh, it's nice. It's very soft. So I have no idea. I'm knitting with black yarn. Stinks if you've ever done it. So this is going to be something very simple, like maybe just a garter stitch cowl. Cast it on and knit a bunch of garter stitch on big needles and then seam it together. I don't know. I'll probably knit it over the summer. It won't take long. It's about a little over 100 yards. I haven't really measured it yet. I got about, let's see how long this is. I got about 58, yeah, it's about 100 yards. I got about 58 turns on my Swift, and this is almost 36 inches, so it's not quite 36, so estimating it's about 100 yards, because you double, because this is a yard, so, and it's doubled, so it's 2 yards all the way around. So you would double the amount of turns that you get on your Swift, which would be 58 turns. I have a counter on my Swift over there. And so it's a little less than 36 inches, so I would say it's probably around 100, 110 yards. I have to do the math on my calculator to figure it all out. Maybe I'll pop that in up there once I measure it today. And yeah, it's super awesome. Really nice. So those are my 4 finished objects, and I'm really happy about those. So what do you do when you have 4 finished objects? Yeah, you cast on 5 more. No, I didn't do that. I want to, but I didn't do that. So let me just show you some of my works in progress. So in my beautiful Attenti bag that I bought at Vogue Knitting Live, I have my Cozy Memories blanket. So I put another square on it. So this is my Knitting in Color square. There's no colorway name. I'm sure she has it named somewhere, but I don't know what it is. Kristen of Wool and Vine Yarns and I did a swap back in the summer, and she gave me this lovely bouquet of 5-gram little mini skeins, and these are going in this. So I've been dying to knit with this one. This is the Outlander colorway. I love it. It's beautiful. I'm going to have to get a skein of that. And I'm starting my third square. So it's just a little nugget. Where is it? Tiny little nugget. I should have just enough for the square. And these are perfect. I'm going to love this project. It's super fun. I also worked on my barn raising square. And this is merino cashmere nylon from Space Cadet. And it's probably about half done. It's really pretty. So I'm pleased with that. And once I finish it, this will go into my Cozy Memories blanket. So I'm knitting the two blankets concurrently. It's going to take me forever, but that's fine. And I'm thinking I will gift that to Emily when she moves into her own apartment someday. So that's pretty much what I have been working on this week. Now, let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get to what I'm planning on casting on. So this yarn is from my LYS, and it is Malabrigo Rios in the, I think it's called the Paloma colorway, and it's this beautiful gray and with a little hint of pink and purple. I love this color. I'd like a sweater out of it, but I would like it in fingering weight. So I don't know if they make it in their sock base. I'll have to look. So I tend to knit larger projects. You've probably noticed you don't see a lot of hats coming off my needles or wristers or gloves or mittens. I've talked about my mitten hatred. I don't hate them. It's just I never get them done. I don't know. I'm not a real big mitten knitter. I'm not a real big small project knitter. But this project is something that I would really like, and these are boot toppers. The pattern is by Tin Can Knits. So I'm getting ready to cast this on fairly soon, and I'm hoping that it won't take me too long to knit. It's kind of going to be my palette cleanser before I start my other two quite large projects. So let me show you those without further ado. This is my next project, and I am very excited about it. It is called the Jujue shawl. I'm not sure how to pronounce it really. And it's by Joji Locatelli. It's from her, not her latest collection, which is a collaboration with Vera Valimaki. This one, I forget what the collection is called, but I'll put it in here. But anyway, this is the shawl. I bought the whole collection because I want to knit at least 3 items out of it. 4, really. So this is the first of the 4 that I want to knit. And I'm going to be using Plucky Knitter yarn. This one is Primo Fingering. It's a 75 merino, 20% cashmere, 5% nylon, an MCN. This one is also the same MCN. Oh, by the way, the color name for this one, this is called Silver Lining. This one is called Putty in My Hands, which is kind of a neutral beigey pink. And this one is like a navy. And this one is a little bit different base. It's Bellow, 380 yards. It is a 55-45 merino cashmere, no nylon. Showing up a little dark here, but it's a dark navy. But yeah, it's pretty much very similar colors of what Joji used in the shawl. So I'm not a big color work knitter. If you've watched my past episodes, I don't do a lot of color work. I don't do a lot of striped shawls, and I don't know, it's just my taste, I guess. For me, I just they don't those type of shawls don't really appeal to me. But when I saw this color combination, the pink, the white, and the blue, I thought it was amazing, and it just kind of naturally came together when I bought these skeins. So super excited about starting that project. Plus, along with this project, I am also going to be casting on another project from this collection, and that is Big Old Coat by Joji Locatelli. And I wanted this project from the time I saw it. And I'm really kind of too short for it. But I'm going to make the size small. So if you can see, it's quite long. And I'll probably shorten it because I am short. And it has 10 inches of positive ease. And I was listening to the Savvy Girls podcast. I was listening to Savvy Deborah, and she had recorded a lecture that she went to at Vogue Knitting Live by Amy Herzog. And Amy's point was, if you're knitting an oversized sweater, you should knit the size that fits you in the underarms rather than in your bust, because it will look good on you, even if it's oversized. So I was thinking about that when I was sizing for this. And I measured, again, because I lost weight. So I measured my upper bust and I measured my full bust. So my upper bust is 33 and my full bust is 35. So I was looking at the sizing on this thing, and the small is finished size is 44 and a half. And the medium would be 50 and a half. And 50 and a half would give me 15 inches of positive ease. And she suggests 10 to 14 inches of positive ease. So I think the medium is a bit too big. So the small is 44 and a half, which will give me 9 inches of positive ease. But my upper bust is 33, so that would be 12. No, that would be, I'm terrible at math, 11 inches of positive ease. So I think the small is the size for me without it swimming on me and looking like so oversized. So I'm gonna go for it, depending on my gauge swatch. So we'll see how my gauge swatch comes out. I am knitting this from Juniper Moon Farms Moonshine. This was purchased at my LYS, and it is 40% alpaca, 40% wool, and 20% silk, and it's heavenly. I love this yarn. I love it. So I have 8 skeins of it, and I'm really excited about casting this on. So I'm going to be knitting this in the evenings, and I'm going to be knitting the shawl at lunchtime during the day. So because this is not portable, this is going to be huge. It's a one-piece top-down sweater. There's no way, that's not good lunchtime work knitting, because why would bring this giant thing? So little shawl, big sweater at night. This is my swatch, and I hope this pattern doesn't drive me insane. because it's textured by knits and purls and ribs, and it's kind of like a broken rib with moss stitch. And seed stitch drives me insane, but this isn't all seed stitch, mossy stitch. It's not too bad. It's like 2x2, so I think it'll be okay. I'm not finished with my swatch yet. I'll probably do another few inches and then wash it and measure it and cast on for the sweater sometime this week. And it'll be done just in time for summer. That's okay. I don't care. It'll be complete by Rhinebeck, which would be fun to wear at Rhinebeck, because hopefully Hohi will go. She went last year. So those are my plans. So I'm pretty excited about that. So speaking of plans for knitwear, I was digging through my Plucky Knitter stash, and I do have one. And these three skeins popped out at me. And like I said, I don't do a lot of color work or multicolored shawls, but I looked at these and I said, these are pretty together. This is beautiful, because I'm not a big fan of this color so much. It's okay. And I love this one, and I love this one. But together with these two, I think this looks amazing. So I think I may look for a pattern to do with these three. Not color affection. I don't know. I'll have to look for some patterns. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I do have a bundle under my Ravelry favorites. Yeah, under my favorites tab that has striped shawls in it, so I may look through there. But these are super pretty. So, I don't know. We'll see. There's also some other solid color shawls that I'm interested in knitting. I don't know. We'll see. But I just thought these looked really pretty together. Big plans. Okay. Stash stories. Thank you everybody for your feedback about my giant purchase last week, my Hanson mini spinner. I love the mini spinner and am continuing to spin that very fine single on it in order to make a giant skein of lace weight so I can knit the Novum by Martina Bem. So that's ongoing. But I enjoyed doing that unboxing. So I thought that once a week, well, not once a week, but I thought that when I get new stash in the mail, I thought it would be fun to open it on the show. Now, this shows my restraint, because how many of you can resist tearing into new stash on the first day you get it? Well, I have been resisting tearing into some new stash because I thought it would be fun to open it on the show. So I was totally enabled on Instagram by Minerva Turkey, and she bought some mini skeins from Marigold Jen. And if you've ever watched Minerva Turkey's podcast, she loves Marigold Jen, and I have never tried her yarn. I have tried Hobbledehoy yarn, and Hobbledehoy is Marigold Jen's daughter. And I love, not Hobbledehoy yarn, Hobbledehoy fiber. And I love her fiber, so I thought I would try some of Jen's mini skeins. These are Valentine themed. Again, I was great restraint not opening it for Valentine's Day, so I'm going to open it right now. These are beautiful. Look how pretty these are. They are the Cold Hands Warm Hearts Pack mini skein set. 5 20-gram skeins, enough to knit a barn-raising square and to have enough for my sock yarn blanket. There's no name on these. Here's one. I love this one. I love these colors. They're so pretty. I love brights. I love bright colors. Oh, it's so pretty. Red and fuchsia. Purple, blue, pink. Ooh, this one's beautiful. Like a Frozen themed blue and sparkle. And this one's like a beautiful rose color. Oh, there's a lot of depth to these. Rose and gray and pink and red. Love these. So I know I have my little bag here of ones I'm going to pick to knit next, but I think I'm going to pick one of these to knit next. I'm in the mood for something bright, so I think I'm going to knit this one next. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do this one. This pink and red one's really, really pretty. They're all pretty. So, yeah, gorgeous. And I see she sent me, ooh, 70% merino, 30% silk. A little teeny weeny mini skein. I wonder if I could get a little square out of this. I'll have to weigh it and see. I might be able to get a square from my Cozy Memories blanket out of this one. This is pretty. It's really shiny. Love it. Merino and silk sock yarn, sock weight. Okay. So those are beautiful. And I loved how she wrapped this up like a little gift wrap and wrote me a little note. Thank you, Sharon, Jenny. Love it. Oh, this is cute. Little bee. So great when dyers package their things so nicely. It's lovely. That's not all. So I haven't really talked about this on the podcast. Maybe I've mentioned it, but I joined the Strickmish Club by Martina Bem, and this is her postcard for the club. This is the first shipment, and welcome to Strickmish. We are so happy you have joined. Today is a very special day. Your first Strickmish Club package has arrived. In your project bag, you will not only find some gorgeous exclusive yarn and a special pattern, but also the Strickmish Club beads. Beads, yay. They come in the colors of the 4 little boxes in our logo, and adding them to your project will make it extraordinary. We view them as our little membership badge. Enjoy and happy knitting. Signed by Martina. So fun! I have not opened this package yet. And if you don't want to be spoiled, look away. Fast forward. I think most people have gotten their packages, and I'm sure you guys are going to want to see this. But just in case you haven't gotten yours, or I don't know, don't want to see it for whatever reason, be prepared. So this is, I haven't seen it yet. Ooh. This is definitely my colors. Here's the shawl. It's called Snowflake Party. And it has this pretty little flower lace motif, mostly knit and garter stitch. And she says, tiny snowflakes are my favorite things in nature. And it's based on that. So the inside are just charts. Here's another shot of it. I love how these lace motifs kind of go out like that. They start like with a lot of them and then end. That's beautiful. This is very, very pretty. I'm very, very happy with this. So let me show you a better picture of the yarn. And she put some stitch markers in here. Oh my goodness, this yarn is gorgeous. What's nice is the yarn that she uses for these clubs are mostly from Germany. And it's yarn. The reason I joined this was because I would get some yarn that I would never be able to get in America. This is Zauberweiss Ice Crystal, Ice Crystals. Look how beautiful this yarn is. Oh my goodness. What I'm really seeing is, I mean, you see right away these beautiful light turquoises. That's what I saw immediately. But now that I'm looking at it, it has lavender, white, a very pale yellowish beige. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Such subtle variations in the yarn. You guys, look at that purple. I could not be happier. I am so glad I joined this club. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's see. It is 50% wool, 50% silk. Hello. Love that. And I love it. Now I don't know what to do. I want to cast it on now. What should I do? This one or this one? I don't know. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking I'll wait with this one because I've had this in my mind so much. This won't take me long, I don't think. And as soon as that one's done, this is getting cast on because it is completely gorgeous. So this brings us to the end of my show. I hope you guys enjoyed spending the afternoon with me, and I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of that fun stuff that I have ahead of me in the next month or so. So I encourage you, if you haven't already, subscribe on the YouTube channel and enter the 500 subscriber giveaway thread in my group on Ravelry, which is TV Knitting Podcast. And you don't have to be a member to join. I am definitely having the drawing next week. I did not draw this week because I still haven't been back to my LYS, and it snowed last week, so I didn't get over there. But I am going there tomorrow, and I will pick out some prizes for you guys. And I'm thinking I'll pick, one of them will be a skein of this, and she has lots of colors, so I'll pick a color that everybody likes. And we'll have the drawing next week. And I'll just continue leaving that thread open in case I get more subscribers. I'll probably have another drawing at 1,000 subscribers. That might be a while. But I think for 1,000 subscribers, one of the prizes is going to be handspun of your choice. Like I'll show you some things that I have in my stash and I'll spin it for you. So the prize I'll be drawing, for the main prize I'll be drawing for next week is a $50 gift certificate to the Loopy U. So if you haven't entered in the group as of yet, please enter, and you will be eligible for that prize. And again, you don't have to be a member of the group. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm a member of so many groups, I can't keep track of them. And I'm thinking maybe we'll have a knit along soon. I have to think about that. So I'm trying to think of what we want to knit along. I don't know. In April, if I can tear myself away from shawl knitting and sweater knitting, I'm thinking of making April the month of socks and just knit on socks during the month of April, and that will be it. And I'd like to see how many pairs I could bang out in a month. I'm thinking I could probably do 4 pairs if I only knit on socks alone and that's it. So stay tuned for that. And maybe I'll have a knit along with that, just to all socks all the time knit along. Not that you have to do that, but I'm doing that. So we'll see. So maybe we'll have a giveaway for that. So I'll think about it. Comment, let me know on YouTube what you thought about the show. You can also comment in my group, but comments are enabled now, so comment away. So I hope you guys have a great week. Happy knitting. Start lots of fun projects. Cheers.